Peaceful ceremony at a church in Romania suddenly became bizarre when a woman's behavior turned unnervingly strange. Her face began twisting in a disturbing, unnatural motion. For a moment, it almost looked like she was transforming into a reptilian. What made it even more unsettling was how everyone around her acted. No one tried to help. No one even reacted. It was as if they saw nothing wrong, and that made it even creepier.
What really happened here?
Listen carefully. It says, I want to live it backwards, like the Zepp, whose power is Satan. Did you hear that?
Back in 2007, a man exposed the secret side of Hollywood's music industry. He proved in front of everyone that it's controlled by dark forces, and that the songs we think are just normal actually contain hidden messages praising something sinister. He played one of those songs in reverse, and what came out was shocking. It clearly sounded like worship to something evil.
Listen carefully. It says, I want to live it backwards, like the Zepp, whose power is Satan. Did you hear that?
What's even stranger is how this truth was never really talked about again, almost like it was buried on purpose. I'm honestly shocked, and you should know, this is no joke.
Then it says, he will give you 666. Raise your hands if you heard that.
In the middle of New York's busy streets, a tourist noticed something truly unsettling. A bunch of people standing around like they weren't fully there. Their movements were stiff, almost as if they were running on some strange autopilot. The tourist filmed the moment and shared it online. Viewers went wild with theories. Some thought possession, others called them zombie types. Whatever it was, it didn't seem normal. Looking at this woman, it feels like gravity just doesn't exist for her. You might think she has some special skills, right? But tell me, who else sticks to walls like that, besides reptiles? You're getting my point now. The way her feet cling to the surface. It's not normal at all. Maybe some of you will disagree, but with everything going on in the world lately, she might just be one of them, a reptilian. Something's definitely off with our very own Katy Perry. Back in 2022, while she was addressing the reporters at an award function, something strange happened. One of her eyes suddenly blinked on its own, like a weird glitch. She handled it calmly and later explained it was just a muscle twitch. But people online are not buying it. Many believe there's something mysterious behind her massive success, and that strange eye moment might have been a little hint of it. Earlier, I showed you some people in New York acting strange, and now we've got another similar case from Houston. A woman was seen behaving in the same eerie way, like she wasn't fully in control of herself. Her body movements were odd, stiff, almost zombie-like. More and more of these cases are coming forward, and it really feels like humans are slowly losing control of their own minds. They say the White House is full of secrets, but no one expected this one to be caught on camera. During a regular press briefing, a reporter named Molly Martinez appeared completely normal, until suddenly her eyes shifted. For a split second, they looked like vertical reptilian slits. The clip went viral overnight, with millions claiming it's proof that they walk among us. Some call it just a glitch, but others believe it's a rare moment when the mask slipped right inside one of the most powerful buildings on Earth. During a basketball game, some big celebrities like Taylor Swift and rapper Ice Spice were in attendance. Everything seemed totally normal until the camera panned toward them. Out of nowhere, Ice Spice made a clear devil horn sign right in front of the camera. It didn't look like a joke or some random move. It felt intentional, almost like a signal or acknowledgement of something. Whatever it meant, one thing's for sure, they're not hiding it anymore. A strange man was spotted outside a Texas local's house in the middle of the night, playing a guitar and not even playing it well. The offbeat sound was disturbing enough that the local peeked out the window, only to feel uneasy when he saw the man's creepy expression. Things went on like that for a while, until the guitar man realized he was being recorded. He just stared for a few seconds. Then the local went back inside. No one ever saw him again, or found out why he was there that night. The United Nations, where the world's most powerful people gathered to discuss global matters. But last year, something unusual seemed to happen there. Among all those leaders, a strange, dark figure was reportedly present, someone the cameras never showed. Later, a leaked recording surfaced, revealing this figure sitting quietly among the top officials. Its face had no clear features at all, almost like it wasn't human. Many believe it was a secret society member, keeping an eye on those who control the world.
Friends saying when they see you on TV.
I don't know right now.
5-year-old Hudson Hinckley sat answering a simple question, yet his father's presence made everything wrong. The dad's lips moved almost mechanically, echoing every word like a ventriloquist with a puppet. Both Hudson and his father had blank, unsettling expressions, like something was off. Too perfect, too controlled. The way they mirrored each other felt unnatural, almost sinister, and even the people who watched the interview called it the most creepiest interview ever.
It looks like they're both reading from the same script or teleprompter.
I want to be a good senator.
No, straightforward group. Holy fuck, man. All of us know each other.
This guy was spotted in New York, talking to himself, and there was no one around. Now, you might think maybe he had AirPods in, or was on a call. But nope, nothing like that. He was literally having a full conversation with himself, or maybe with someone only he could see. No one knows what's behind his strange behavior, but if you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments.
That's why it's here.
1,
Get good.
2, do it. What? No.
You've probably heard about people who can change their eye color, but have you ever seen someone change the shape of their pupils? Sounds impossible, right? Well, this woman can. She casually shocked her friends by doing it right in front of them, like it was no big deal. The way her pupils shifted didn't even look human. Honestly, it's hard not to wonder if there's something more to her than meets the eye.
Trigger, where are you going? Are you joking right now? No, are you joking right now? How are you doing that with your eyes?
In Texas, a quiet night turned unsettling for one local. A knock echoed on their door past midnight, but they didn't bother checking. The next morning, they reviewed the Ring cam footage, and that's when things got creepy. A woman stood at the door, looking strange, her head tilting and twitching in an unnatural way. She even tried to peek inside. After a few eerie minutes, she left. Whoever she was, she never returned, leaving behind only questions and that unsettling footage. A tourist in Romania was traveling on local transport when he noticed something strange on the seat in front of him. The man sitting there had feet that didn't look human at all. They looked more like those of a beast, or maybe even a demon. What's even creepier is that the man didn't seem to care that someone was watching. In fact, it almost felt like he wanted to be seen. One thing's for sure. This was a trip the tourist will never forget. During a baseball match, when a player was giving a media interview, a man standing behind him looked a bit unusual. The moment the camera focused on his eyes, something strange became clear. His eye shape seemed to shift, not like a normal human, but more reptilian. Honestly, I believe reptilian beings live among us, and maybe we'd never even notice them if cameras didn't catch these brief, eerie moments. A video of the late Pope Francis has recently gone viral on social media. It was recorded just a few days before his passing, during a ceremony where he was seen in his wheelchair. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't the event. It was his third hand. Yes, you heard that right. The camera captured a strange, secretive hand movement that he quickly tried to hide, but it was too late. And just days after that moment, news broke that he was gone. Strange coincidence, isn't it? When Beyoncé was performing at the BET Awards 2021, everyone was vibing. Energy high, crowd loving it. But something felt a little off. Something different that people only noticed much later. It was Beyoncé herself. Out of nowhere, her expression shifted. Her body movements turned unusually fast and almost unreal, as if someone or something had taken over for a moment. Whatever that was, it didn't seem normal. What do you think really happened there?
wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview.
During a live session, Stacey Plaskett was giving her speech like always, but something strange was happening behind her. A woman sitting behind her was lip-syncing Stacey's words, almost perfectly. And here's the creepy part. Every time that woman moved her lips first, Stacey spoke right after, as if she was being controlled. Who was that woman? No one knows. But this moment felt like proof that politicians are also being controlled. But by whom? That's a mystery.
Which took place on July 17, 2023.
We all know about the Saudi royal family, the richest and most powerful family in the world. But have you ever wondered, is their power really just because of oil? Watch this. During an official visit, focus on the king's hand. Doesn't it look strange? Almost like there's an extra hand. Something not quite human. I'm not sure what the real reason behind it is. But remember, we saw something eerily similar with Pope Francis earlier in this video. Maybe, just maybe, there's something far more mysterious guiding their power. This Asian girl was enjoying with her friends when something really unusual happened. In the middle of her laugh, she suddenly froze, completely still. Her friends got worried, calling her name again and again. But for a few seconds, there was no reaction at all. It was like she wasn't even there, as if someone had pressed her pause button. Then, just as suddenly, she snapped back to normal, smiling like nothing had ever happened. It really makes you wonder if there's more to reality than we think. Locals in California witnessed something truly bizarre. A man with his face completely covered, gripping a rope tied to a brick, frozen mid-action like time had stopped for him. He had tied the rope tightly and stood there as if trying to pull it, but couldn't move at all. He stayed that way for quite some time, completely stuck. Onlookers were baffled, watching in silence, with no idea what on earth was happening there.